when I first traveled overseas as a young guy, it was a shock to me because I was used to certain things. I literally was used to. I mean, I thought in my mind all women was like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought all women was combative. I thought all women was looking for conflict. I thought all women was selfish. And when I went overseas, I was like, oh wow. You know what I'm saying? And then especially when you start getting in Southeast Asia, you start be like, you know what I'm saying? I never had that cake problem I had in Atlanta. And now, because them ladies will push you out the way and say, sit down, Mr. Logic. It's our job to serve this cake, nigga. They won't be on their ass like Team Dilla. No, Mr. Logic, I want my cake cut in a X. You know what I'm saying?
You over here just lying today, ain't you?
Let me just say this.
It's a shock. It's a shock to me. You see what I'm saying? When you've been seeing something for so long and you think that exists, it's a shock for them. You know what I'm saying? It's a shock. And that's it. I don't think it's no shade at women.
It's so crazy that you said that because, I was here in Alabama last week for a funeral. And I remember the conversation we had when Mr. Lee was here. And I think it was you and it was somebody else. And they were saying, serve your man. And so at the funeral, at the repast, that's when they bring the food. I sat down. I promise you, I sat down and I thought, okay, let's see if the women serve the men. Every single one of them did. I didn't say anything. It's just natural. They serve their husbands. Like, it was just natural. So I don't think that that's gone away. I don't know about the new generation of women because these were older. My uncle was 94. So, not to say the people were 94, but they were like 60s, 70s. But I did watch, and they all served their men.
And I don't think that has gone away.
Into the kitchen.
I don't think that has gone away. I just think, honestly, it just may be around, I guess, the people you surround yourself with, only because I know in my age group, the women that I'm around, well, all of them, for the most part, like they're married, right? And when we are doing things together, I witnessed the same things, that all of the women, if they, if the food is ordered, they'll get up and still make the plates. But 9 times out of 10, if we're going over someone's house, somebody has cooked somebody has cooked. So it's like you're cooking, food is done. Oh, it's time to eat. All of the women get up, the men go sit at the table. All the women get up. And it's like, all right, what you want? A bit of everything. You want this, or whatever. And then everybody's fixing plates and we're serving. So I don't think that has gone away.
I think
even at least with my group of friends being younger, we definitely do that as well. And since we're talking about the whole cake situation, everybody, Logic was such a gentleman. Logic was such a gentleman. He came over, checked on the queen table, and asked us if we would so much enjoy his efforts of bringing us cakes, and we happily obliged. So we appreciate you, Mr. Logic, for your efforts.
For the offer. Yes.
Deserve a little wine and dine as well. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't understand the whole cake thing. I don't think I was at the table when
you wasn't there.
I wasn't. I was on my date with that guy.
Tam, he was so nice.
On that date.
Tam, Logic was the nicest we've ever seen him.
Absolutely.
I had cake, and I was like, "Where'd they get cake from?"
Where did you go, Tam? Where did you?
I had to take a phone call.
I went on like a date.
She'll lie. I know where she was.
We know she at that bar.
Hey, I was like, Tam, why are you coming down the elevator? You got a room here?
No.
Wait, chat. I'm joking, chat. It's a joke.
I took a phone call and I came back and I was like, damn, where did they get cake from? And then after that, I started getting a little hangry because I was hungry. So I went to the bar to get food. But I missed the whole cake debacle.
I missed that whole cake.
That red velvet was delicious.
It was so good. Thank you, Logic.
Thank
you, Logic. Even though
really
he even brought us the second piece of chocolate cake too. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was just the nicest we've ever seen him, Tam. Truly.
No, because you know what? I care about y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to show y'all how to be women. Y'all
You don't have
look.
to show me.
You're a man.
No, but guess what? I'd have been overseas a lot, so I know how women supposed to act. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna say, look, now so I can just bum on your ass in this platform. I'm gonna use this cake thing till we meet in DC.
No,
Like,
you were being a man then too. That's the whole thing with relationship. You serve each other, and I think
no, you
that's
don't.
where
No, you don't. See, you see this shit.
you
You
do.
see this.
But
You see
Logic,
this?
you're missing her
I'm
point.
trying to tell you,
Y'all
you
Roles
listen,
may look
listen.
different. The
Look,
roles may look
look.
differently, but you're still
exactly,
serving each other. Yes.
exactly.
Listen. Y'all kid you not.
Is there cake in DC?
I'm gonna go back to the funeral. This is my last thing because this is the last thing that happened. So at the funeral, they say, does anybody have a reflection? So this one guy got up and he had to be 80 something years old. And I'm gonna skip to small talk. But anyway, he was saying how when he was in school, they actually had a lesson on how you treat your wife, how you treat your husband. Okay. And so he was saying, and at the end of his conversation, he said, you know what? I pride myself because I made my wife happy.
Oh.
And he's 7 years old. And I was like, oh, he was just proud. And he was like, you know, my wife never went without. I'd made my family. And he was so proud of that. And I was like, oh, so men were, you know, trying to make their wives happy back in the day. It's not that women were these people who was like just serving their husband. Men were trying to provide.
Well, I think when both people come into a space where they have a heart of servitude towards each other, that's the best kind of marriage the best kind of marriage you can have. If your thought process is what can I do for you today to make your day easier on both ends, like
And they'd be cool with each other, like be
yes, yeah,
friend.
I mean, is nothing like that. It is nothing like that. I mean, even when you get into situations where is a discrepancy or something like that, like it's easier when you are able to kind of backpedal. And again, that whole self-reflection. I think a lot of times when we get into situations, we have a tendency to project on the other person as opposed to in that moment just saying, you know what did I do wrong? Because 9 times out of 10, or how could I have handled it better? 9 times out of 10, you will be able to identify where something went wrong and what you could have done so it would have went another way.
But see, mistaken. This the problem, man. Is that I agree. We brought this up last night. Men has always invested in women, but the only difference from today and then is women had an interest in investing that same energy back into the family and kids. Now you look today, you cannot talk to these chicks without saying me, my. I said, damn, this mother is you on the Johnny Gill remix? All they say, my. That's all they do. And this is the problem. Is now if the man is investing in these women like they have been forever, but now the investment is going nowhere because all they think about is themselves. They don't think about no kids. They don't think about no family. They don't think about no community. Only time you see these goddamn hair-headed hooligans out is when some dope dealer get killed or if a rapper go to jail. I'm serious.
I have a question, Mr. Budget. Do you think is that a certain age that you're seeing doing that, or you think that that's all across all age groups of women?
No, I think it's a certain age. But you know what the problem is?
What is the problem?
The older generation says nothing. They're in silent. They don't put these young hoes in check. That's why y'all get such a bad rap. And I mean, y'all got some of the terrorist tendencies too, but not as many as them young ones. But how often do y'all put them in check? I put them in
check all the. If I see a young lady who crosses my path, and a lot of young ladies do cross my path, I do put them in check. The problem is you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them helpers nothing, okay?
Half of the reason I don't look, I think
they be ready to fight. That's like that whole bonnet situation.
I'm like, baby, we don't fight. Not this.
You hit me, you going to jail. Listen, I'm not. She ain't got nothing.
Oh, Mr. Logic, listen. I called mistaken ASAP. Do y'all know I saw a man with a boy who is not, he is straight boy with a bonnet on his head. And I said mistaken.
I mean,
I called you immediately.
Mm-hmm.
How you know he's straight?
I looked at him. I said, "Oh, he is." I said, "Oh, so we're wearing bonnets now as a young man?" And he was like, "Yeah, I just got my braids done." I said, "Oh, so it's like a role reversal or something? Like, what are we doing here?"
But wait, hold up.
Why couldn't he just put on a do-rag? I mean, it shouldn't have been nothing on his head anyway.
Right, because of the setting he was in.